My name's Brian, and you're watching Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. Thanks for joining me. Today's video is going to be about the Sabra Gear Partner Pack and how I use it to make a personal survival kit. Okay, the folks at Sabra Gear were kind enough to send me this so I could show it to you, and I kind of want to put my own spin on it. So it's a really neat little pouch pack system kind of thing. And I thought it would make a great survival kit. I've been looking for something to make a little bit larger survival kit than a small pocket size that really, in my opinion, those little pocket survival kits are better than nothing, but they really don't necessarily give you as much of an opportunity to survive as something a little larger. So what I thought I would do is show you one possible option for using this to create a survival kit and some of the things that I like to always have with me, just in case I'm in a survival situation. So let me readjust the camera a little bit. I'll show you how this thing, a couple of options you have for wearing this, and then we'll talk about what I have in it. Okay, so I'm going to get back here where you can see this maybe. And one way you can wear this, obviously, it was a standard shoulder bag over your shoulder. Carry it around how you want. You can carry it over either shoulder. If you're the kind of person that likes to go about armed, then I suppose you could put a weapon in here. It'd be easy to access. So anyway, just kind of hangs there pretty comfortable. It's got some really nice padding on it, and it's one way of carrying it. Okay, another way you can carry it is just disconnect the shoulder strap. You can put it in there or whatever, and it's actually got a little loop that hangs on your belt right here, and some leg strap that goes around, and you can just wear it on your leg. If you want to keep your hands really free, you don't like stuff hanging on your shoulders. And I'll be honest with you, I never tried this before. I thought this would be kind of awkward, but really, it's not too bad. The worst thing is this: I got this knife kind of hanging on the webbing on the side, so it kind of bangs it down a little bit. But I would typically have this on my belt anyway. I just got it on here, so I'll make sure I have it with me. But it actually works pretty good. It's pretty comfortable, to be honest with you. So to me, that was kind of surprising. But it keeps your hands free, keeps your stuff off your shoulders from banging around, and really gives you another good way to carry it. And maybe you've already got a pack on or something else on your shoulder, and you just want this little extra here just in case. So just another little option. I'll show you the details on this. Okay, so the way this works, it's got just a buckle here on your leg, and then what I like about it, it's got these little keepers here, this Velcro keeper. So once you get it adjusted to fit you, you can roll this thing up and Velcro it around, and you don't have to worry about all this extra webbing flopping around. So it keeps it kind of nice and neat and tidy. Same thing up here at the top. You just got it hung on your belt, and it's also got this extra little safety tab here, so that it makes it really easy. It comes out really easy, but when you put it through there, the webbing has kind of a catch on it now, and it's not pulling back through there. You could actually leave it unstrapped your leg, but that just makes it awkward. So once you tie it back on your leg, strap it on here, put it on the front or on the side or whatever, and that actually does pretty well, actually, except for my knife banging around down there, which I would normally again have that on my belt. So that's the partner, the leg carry. Shoulder carry is just shoulder carry. You saw that. So anyway, let's take a look and see what I got in this thing. Okay, so once again, this is the Sabra Gear Partner Pack from Sabra Gear out of Israel. And so what I thought I would do is, instead of just doing a standard product review, I'll kind of show you what I think is an exceptionally good use for this thing, for me anyway. And maybe at the same time give you an idea of what I consider some essentials in my personal survival kit. So once again, this is all the Sabra gear. By the way, they make packs, a lot of different packs and stuff. They make some really good gear. It's all high quality stuff. They use 500 denier Cordura nylon, which is a very high resistance to tearing and abrasion, but it's got a good compromise, between maybe 1,000 deniers. A little tougher, but it's also a lot heavier. So this has got pretty good water resistance. It's not waterproof, but it'll kind of, it's got a tight enough weave. It keeps a lot of the water out, and it's just really good durability. All their zippers are YKK zippers, so it's name brand stuff. All the buckles and plastic parts, for instance, all these up in here, and you got all the plastic on here, different D-rings and whatnot. They're either ITW or National Molding. They use mil-spec nylon webbing, and all their sewing products are sewn to military specification nylon sewing threads too. Whenever there's padding, in this case, like there's padding on the shoulder strap, they either use closed cell foam or open cell foam, depending on different hardness levels they need. I can tell you this thing's pretty comfortable, and again, it's got a lot of webbing on it too. So let's talk about the shoulder strap first and get it out of the way before we start looking what's inside. So you can see it's got 2 clips on and D-rings here to clip it onto. So nothing rocket science there, but a couple things I do like about it. You know, a lot of times the shoulder strap just slides on the webbing and it's hard to get adjusted. This is actually sewn in, and then it adjusts on both sides, so you can get this thing really even. You don't have to worry about it being out of balance. You can just really make sure that your adjustments are centered on like kind of like this, and so you know, get them adjusted and you clip it on. So it's also, you know, curved, so it molds on your shoulder really well. You're going to want to, you can reverse it around depending on whether you carry it right or left hand. It's got these additional webbing for connecting different stuff on there. It's just really well thought out. It's a shoulder strap, but it's got a lot of potential different variations, things you can do with it, carry it. So let's get that out of the way. Let's talk about the bag now. So you can see I've got my Gerber Prodigy snapped onto the webbing on the side. Let's get it out of the way right now. Normally this is probably going to be on my belt if I'm going to carry, you know, but I just got this one because it fastens on there pretty good. I think this is a good knife to carry right now. I'm checking it out. I don't know if this will be the final version of the knife that I put on here or not, but it works for me now. So this has got, again, it's got the leg harness on here that you can actually strap this around your leg. Adjustable keepers here. You adjust this to fit yourself, and then it's got the keeper here, and it's got a little bit of elastic in it for comfort. They give you a little stretch right there. And the way that works is you hook this tab around your belt up top here, and it's got the I'll show you the little tab on there, and you pull it through. It's got the little reverse I don't know, tab here that's going to prevent it from coming back through, and it won't come back through. I've hung it on my belt just like that. So that hangs on your belt. Again, you can adjust the height, the distance of, you know, how low down you want it to hang, and put the keeper on there to keep all your excess cordage nice and tidy, which I think is really cool. Got a little hand strap here for just hand carry. Just hang this on your belt, clip that around your leg, and your hands free. You can walk with it. It's got strapping on this side and this side, both sides. This has also got the little pouch on front. It actually comes off, so you can do the same thing with webbing there. It's got the slide through webbing. Pull it off there, and get to it and pull it off here. And you can take this pouch off if you want to and put whatever pouch you want to on there. I'm going to leave it on right now because I don't want to do all the unthreading that's necessary to take it off, and I kind of like it being on here. But it is a separate piece, and it is actually, you can purchase this thing in several different configurations. This is the entire kit. You look on back, there's more strapping. You can strap this actually onto a larger pack if you want to use this, you know, so you can, it's got this same webbing attachments. You can strap it onto a larger pack. It's actually got 2 straps on the bottom here that you can put a bedroll in, you can put a tarp in, you can put whatever you want to. I'm probably going to wind up with a larger tarp in here because I've got a little emergency blanket, but I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use. But this is definitely a perfect situation for that. And then let's open up and see what's in here. So the front pouch, again, YKK zippers. This is a small pouch here. I've got my Suunto MC2 compass, which functions as both a compass and a first aid device because it's got a mirror here, so you can, you know, see if you got something in your eye or whatever. And you can also use this for signaling. So multi-use item. I think it's really handy to have. And it's also in the same little pouch. I've got my Ranger beads just for pace counting. You know, don't use those that often, but if you want to keep up, if you have a map and need to know what the distance is, that really helps a lot. Got it in actually a Logitech mouse pad mount bag because that just works for me. In this front pouch, I've also got my Swiss Army knife just for an extra blade. And that's really all I've got in this front pouch. There's a little more room in there, but I just want to keep this stuff. This is what stuff that I want to keep handy. So that pouch, and there's also a front zippered pouch on here. And in there I have some cordage. I've got probably about 40 feet of paracord. Now I know bank line takes up less room. You know, I like them both. I like paracord myself. I just, you know, I like them. Again, I like them both. I guess, you know, old dogs, new tricks, all that. But also got my much maligned lightning strike fire starter. This is, again, this is a survival kit. It's not an everyday bushcraft, play in the woods kit. This is for things, when things go wrong, I want something that I know I can depend on. If you've seen the video on this, I'll put it up there. This thing works, just plain and simple works, period. So you can laugh about it, you can think it's overpriced, whatever, but it works. If you're not familiar with it, I'll show you real quick. It's got some really good tinder in here. It works, and it works great. I'm not going to show you that. Basically, it's got a track with a ferro rod in it and a striker here, and it just guides you and shoots the sparks out the end. It's like a no-brainer way to get a fire, but it just works, plain and simple. So if your hands are, if you're cold, you're frozen, you're hurt, or whatever, you can get a fire with it. I've also got some duct tape, Gorilla Tape, which is also useful for fire starting, and multiple other uses, first aid and whatever else. And I've got some Tinder Quik tabs just kind of shoved in there, so I'll have a little extra artificial fire starting. And last but not least, my trusty Bic, okay? So we'll pack those back in here. And I like the fact that this is, as long as this is, what that's about 6-7 inches long, it will go, there's room for it in the front. It'll fit in this pouch, and it'll cover up and zip up on it, so that's good. And there's probably room for some more stuff in here. I mean, I could cram this thing slap full of everything, but there's no sense in getting ridiculous. So that's the front pouches. Go to the main body of the pouch, and the zipper opens about halfway, opens up. See what I got in here. I got, because I can't help myself, some fat wood. I know, but I got a bandana here. I have my Bahco saw, because I have a couple of other ones I like also, but this one's a little bit more compact. I've got my Sawyer Mini in a little pouch. It's made by Malcolm Coder of the Hidden Woodsman. It's real. I like something to kind of keep this thing all together. It's got the mini, the little water bag that comes with it, and the back flush syringe. And I've done a video about this too, so you can take a look at that if you want to. I've got my headlamp, which is it's not a Princeton Tech, it's actually a Black Diamond Storm headlamp, which is waterproof, orange, and it's got I've got extra batteries in here with it too, so it runs on 4 AAA batteries. It's got that in there, and then that's pretty much all I've got on that side of the kit. On the other side, it's got another pouch, so it's got a separate pouch here, a big main compartment, and another pouch. I've got a little bit heavier duty SOL space blanket, and I have got a redundancy and light. This is a ThruNite Archer 2A, and I like it because it uses regular AA batteries, but it's pretty stinking bright. It's like 400 or 500 lumens, and so I've got redundancy on the light because I don't like not having light in the dark. And again, I am going to put, just so you know, a larger tarp underneath here. I hadn't figured out which one. I've got a USMC tarp, and I've got another like Seal 9 tarp. I hadn't decided which one I want to put on here, but there's plenty of room. This has got plenty of cordage, strapping to roll them up and put a tarp in. So still tweaking this, but that's my initial start on the survival kit here. When I get it finalized, I'll do another video, but I think this is, I would feel comfortable, and this will be strapped on there, taking this out and surviving. Okay, well, that was the Sabra Partner kit from Sabra Gear in Israel. Again, the folks at Sabra were kind enough to send me this so I could show it to you, and I'll have to tell you, this is really good stuff, man. There's just no doubt about it. It's got so many different ways that you can use it, so many different variations of ways you can fasten it on or fasten stuff to it. Just configuration is very, very user friendly. I like the fact that it's got these, every extra piece of webbing on it. It's got the keepers on it, Velcro keepers, so stuff's not flopping all around on you. It's just highly adjustable, very solid, and man, you can get a lot of stuff in this. It's not that big. You can get a lot of stuff in here. I'm pretty confident that there's enough in here that if I was caught out in the woods, for whatever environment, pretty much, I think I'd be okay. Obviously, you need to be wearing the proper clothing when you go out in the woods. That's a big part of survival. People kind of gloss over that, but you need to have your primary shelters, your clothing, and that's your habitat, your microclimate. So you want to make sure you got that right, But other than that, again, I've got water I've got the fire covered. I'm real confident I can make a fire with what's in this kit, real confident. I've got some shelter. I've got the space blanket. It's a little bit, one of the large, a little heavy duty SOL. And I got my cutting tools. I've got a saw in here. I've got a small knife in here. I'm probably going to put a small neck knife in here. I just have to tell you, I've had this strapped on. I'm not real thrilled with the way it is, but I've got a little neck knife I can put in here. It's about this long. It's full tang. It'll work just fine. And then, honestly, I was kind of hesitant about the leg carry because I never tried that before. It's surprisingly comfortable and surprisingly unawkward. I mean, I thought it'd be pretty awkward to feel kind of, I guess you could load this thing down with something super heavy and it would be, but I probably got 4 pounds, 5 pounds in here, if I had to guess, and maybe not quite 5, maybe 3 or 4 pounds, and it's really not that bad. If you were walking with it, you would get used to it in a minute. It wouldn't bother you. Again, it keeps your hands free, and if you could have a pack on or whatever anyway. It just, it works is the main thing, and it's good stuff. I'm telling you, the folks at Sabra have a really good reputation, so I'm rambling. I'm sorry, man. But I do like it. It's all high quality. It's all mil spec. It's YKK zippers. It's just really, really, really well constructed. But I do like the fact that it's small enough. I could throw this in the top of my regular pack, and if I'm going out on once I get to camp, I'm going out on a hike in the woods, a day hike, or just going checking out or whatever, I can just throw this on. And I know if things go really bad and I can't get back to camp for whatever reason, I'll be okay. So, which is kind of the purpose of a survival kit, right? So, anyway, I will stop rambling now. I'll put a link to Sabra gear below. You want to check this out. If they make some really cool stuff. They also have full-size packs, like I say, and some other stuff. So be sure and check them out. Thanks again to them for sending this so I can show it to you. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up, that like button. Thanks for sharing it with your friends. Thanks for watching those ads and clicking those Amazon links, and just for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. See you next time.